Sai Ram children, welcome to our English grammar class. Ready for the new topic? So here we go. So today we are going to learn conjunctions and their uses. Okay, conjunctions and their uses. Again this topic we have done in our 4th standard too, right? If you remember. Okay, now what is conjunction? It is a word that joins words, phrases or sentences, right? And it is also called as connectors, as it joins two words or sentences, right? That is why it is also called as connectors. Okay, so that is the work of conjunction. So what is the work of conjunction? To join, isn't it? So conjunction, it is also called as connectors. Okay, now just look at these sentences. Arvind failed in the examination. He did not work hard. Okay, so this is the here we can find two sentences, right? Arvind failed in the examination. He did not work hard. Now how can we join these two sentences as one? By using the conjunction. Let's see how it is. Arvind failed in the examination because he did not work hard. Can you see what we have used? Which word we have used here? Which conjunction we have used here? We have used the conjunction because, right? So here Arvind failed in the examination because he did not work hard, right? One more. Her feet were hurting. She took off her shoes. Her feet were hurting. She took off her shoes. Now how it is joined? Since her feet were hurting, she took off her shoes. Now can you see here in the first sentence because was used, right? And another one here you can see since. Okay, now these two words are used to show the contrast. Okay, not contrast, actually to show the reason why. Okay, so for the action, for the reason, her feet were hurting, so she took off her shoes, right? So since her feet were hurting, that is why she took off her shoes. That is what we can say, right? So the words because, since, what they do? They show what? Reason. Now some other words, conjunctions that show reason, that can be used to show reason are as, since, because, therefore, so, hence, right? So they show the reason why the action was taken. Followed? Then he was ill. He went to school. So how it is joined? Though he was ill, he went to school. Right? It is joined with the help of the conjunction called though. In the beginning only we have used this conjunction. Though he was ill, he went to school. Now what is done here? What you can see? There is contrast, right? Opposite action is there. Right? He was not feeling well, still he went to school. So, though he was ill, he went to school. So, what is shown here? Contrast of action. So, which are the other conjunctions which we can use for contrast? They are though, although, in spite of, but, still. Right? These conjunctions, they show contrast. Then another sentence here you can see. She studies hard. She could do well in her examination. Again, two sentences you can see there, right? She studies hard. She could do well in her examination. Now, how it is joined? She studies hard so that she could do well in her examination. Now, what is done here? Why? What is the reason? Purpose, right? Here what we can say, what is the aim or the motive behind her studying? Why she is studying hard? Because so that she could do well in her examination, right? So that is the what you can say, motive, purpose of her doing the action. Why she is studying hard? So that she could do well in her examination. Okay, so it shows what? Purpose. So that. They are showing the purpose. Now here, do not jump on the bed. You may get hurt. Do not jump on the bed. You may get hurt. Now here, what is happening? They are expressing the choice. Do not jump on the bed. Otherwise, you may get hurt. Okay, so these conjunctions are used. Okay, so what conjunction we have used here? Otherwise. Do not jump on the bed. Otherwise, you may get hurt. Okay, it expresses choice or otherwise or else. Okay, these words, these conjunctions, they express the choice. Followed? Now we can see that conjunctions, there are these three kinds of conjunctions which we are going to study now. Ready for that? Okay, so what are the three? The first one is coordinating, subordinating and correlative. So these are the three kinds we can say. Coordinating conjunctions, subordinating conjunctions and correlative conjunctions. Now let's learn about this one by one. Now what is coordinating conjunctions? It joins together clauses of equal rank. It joins together clauses of equal rank. Now what it means? It means it joins a clause. Clause means what? It is a part of a sentence which has subject, verb also, sometimes predicate also. Okay, so clause can be either a part of a sentence or maybe a sentence in a complete sense also. Okay, you will learn about it in your secondary level, that is your higher classes. So it joins together clauses of equal rank. Equal rank here means they are grammatically equal, similar, okay, or same. So here you can see in the example, I was tired but happy. Right? So tired and happy, they are similar. I was tired but happy. So how we are joined it? By using the conjunction but. Right? So coordinating conjunctions, what is their work? To join together clauses of grammatically equal rank. Okay? And here we can see few of them. The coordinating conjunctions: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Right? So these are the coordinating conjunctions. Now the subordinating conjunctions. What is their work? It joins a clause to another on which it depends for its full meaning. Okay, that means what? When you will read the sentence, you will find that the other part of the sentence is depending on the first part of the sentence to have its complete or the full meaning. Now here you can see the example. I read the paper because it interests me. Now if you just say that it interests me, does it make any meaning? No, right? But if we read it through properly, I read the paper because it interests me. I read the paper because it interests me. Right? So it is depending on another for its full meaning. Then the subordinating conjunctions, which are they? After, as, although, before, once, because, then, though, until, unless, where, when, wherever, whenever, while, if, provided. So these are the subordinating conjunctions. Okay. Now the correlative conjunctions. They are used in pairs. Okay. They are always used in pairs. Means what? Here you can see the example. Either Mala or Tania will play the main role. So here we can say that when we are using this type of conjunction, correlative conjunctions, we must take care to place each of the correlated words just before the word or the phrase or the clause to be connected. Okay, and we have to use them together. We just cannot ignore, we just cannot use one and ignore the other one. Okay, like either Mala or Tania will play the main role. So here you can see that either is also used or is also used. So we have to use both of them. We cannot use only one. Okay, they are together. That is why they are said that they are used in pairs. Okay, they will always come together. We cannot use one word like whether and only. Whether and is used. So we cannot just use whether, not only but also. So we cannot use only, not only, or we cannot use but also. Okay, so here you can see whether or, both, and, as, either or, neither nor, not only but also. So what you can say is that they always come in pair. These together, these two together, followed? So you just cannot say that I'll use neither and I will not use nor. No, we have to use both together. That is why they are called as correlative conjunctions. Followed? Okay, so let's solve the exercises given in your book now. Underline the conjunctions in each of the following sentences. Now, although he was sick, he entertained the children. Okay, now here you can see that you have what? What is your work now? To underline the conjunction. You have to find out which word is joining. So what you can say here? Although he was sick, he entertained the children. So your answer is although, isn't it? Okay. Next. I will go to the church while you are in the mall. Now which word is joining? Which conjunction is used here? While. She is gentle, therefore everyone loves her. So again now which? Therefore, right? So this is the conjunction used here. Next. She may not recover unless there is a miracle. So here which one? Unless. He is unwell, still he has plans to go to work. Our answer is still. Followed? Now another exercise. Fill in the blanks using and, or, if, but, because. So these are the conjunctions which are given. We have to just select them according to the sentence. The cat chases the rat, dash cannot catch it. So answer is but. The cat chases the rat but cannot catch it. He could not buy anything at the shop because everything was too expensive. So answer is because. Reena screamed and sat up in bed. Answer is and. I will definitely come for your birthday party if you invite me. So the answer is if. Are these plants flowering or non-flowering? So answer is or. Now sixth one. Sunil will win if he works hard. Answer is if. Anil cleaned his room and then went out to play. And is the answer. The room had only a bed, a table and a fan. Answer is and. Got it? So we are using the conjunctions here to join the sentences. Another one. Fill in the blanks with suitable conjunctions given below. As, while, though, since, so that, if, although. Now let's see. No one believed the little boy as he had lied too often in the past. Answer is as. Since it became too hot, the man took off his coat. Since. fell asleep while I was traveling in the bus. The crow dropped the pebbles into the pitcher so that the water would rise up to the top. Okay, fifth one. The child looks like a boy, though she is a girl. Sixth one. Although this exercise looks easy, it is very difficult to perform. Right? Next. We can take her along if she wants to come. Follow till here? Okay, now the D one. Fill in the blanks with correlative conjunctions. Remember, correlative means we'll have pair. So he is both intelligent and good nature. So what we have used? Both and. So how we have used here? He is both intelligent and good natured. I will either go for a walk or a swim. So we have used either or, isn't it? In a pair. He is not only rich but also famous. He is not only rich but also famous. Neither did he do his homework nor he studied for the test. She is both clever and hardworking. Okay, next. She turned neither to the right nor to the left. It is neither hot nor cold. Got it? Yeah. Now another one. Fill in the blanks with suitable subordinating conjunctions from the help box. Now again a help box is given. Conjunctions are given. We have to select from this help box. So what are they? Wherever, before, as, though, provided, after. Right? Now let's see. I have not made a fire, though it is very cold. You must pack your luggage before it is 10. Next. I cannot go out as it is cloudy. And the fourth one. I can go with you provided I am well. Okay. Then fifth one. We reached the station after the train had left. I will follow you wherever you go. Okay. Now we are finished with this exercise. Now again a homework for you, that is exercise E. Okay, which is there in your book, that you have to again do it by your own. Okay, so that is the homework which you are supposed to do at home. So we are finished here with this topic. Okay, now exercise E is also very easy. You will see if you will go through the book. If you'll check, you will see in your book. It goes like make sentences using appropriate words from columns A, B and C. It is same like the active English exercises which you had last year. Okay, this year also you have to frame the sentences using the words which are given in the columns. So you have A, B, C columns. A column part of sentence is given. In the B column conjunctions are there, and the remaining part of the sentence is in the C column. So you will match these three and you are going to just put the numbers there. Okay, so that is the homework part. Now you are done for the day. Now I would just like you to remind that I hope you are doing your copywriting book, you are completing your work. Okay, fine. So we'll stop here for the day then. Bye.